Well, it's been a while since I made a UPS video, man. So I've been at UPS for about 12 years now. Okay, I started at UPS making. It really started at 850 back in 2013, but because I worked preload, I was getting paid 950, and I think uh, 1 year later I moved to 1050. But anyway, 12 years later, right now, like I said, I'm getting paid anywhere from $27.25 up to $54.50 per hour. Uh, so at UPS, if you work 6 days back to back, let's say you work, the week start Sunday. Let's say you work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so the 6th day will be Friday. So Friday you get paid overtime, which is a time and a half. So my overtime is actually $40. Okay, so on Friday I will get paid $40 an hour instead of 27.50. Now if you work on the 7th day, which is Saturday, you get paid double pay. Okay, and I normally work anywhere from 4 to 5 hours a day. Okay, this is where it also gets better for me. I'm not unloading no more. I've been unloading for about 12 years. I have probably one of the easiest job at UPS at the moment as a tender. It's not the easiest job to get. It's really based on seniority. I could have got it sooner, but reason why I didn't get it sooner is because excuse me. The reason I didn't get it sooner because I used to hold up, excuse me. Because I used to have to. Okay, to be honest with you, I used to have to leave early. I used to have. I used to have. I used to have to leave early because, like, I was married at that time, and then the person I was married to used to whine and complain about everything. So I used to like trying to get out there early. That way I can take the kids to school and all that stuff. But now I'm happily divorced. I can really work because I only have the kids. When I have I have the kids like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but I have like somebody to watch them, so I don't have to worry about leaving work early. So I'm normally in there about 5 hours a day. So you can say what is 5 times 5 times, so 5 times, let's say 5 times 27, 25. So that's like $126. Okay, now let's say in the 6 days, like let's say on a Friday, which is $40 per hour, right? 40 times 87. Let's say I work 5 hours. So Saturday alone, we're just working 5 hours. I'm making like $204 a day. And then Saturday is double pay. So which is like 54.50 times. And let's say I work 5 hours, because sometimes that is possible. If I work 5 hours on a Saturday, that day alone, I made in 5 hours I made $272. Let's say that I work 4 hours, which is average. That's just $200. So what does that mean for you? Don't quit. Like I said, I was making 4 years. For the first 11 years at UPS, I was making anywhere from $150 to $200. I was for the first 10 years. And then after this separation, I was like, it's just me and the kids now. I have to work. So I started working 6 days a week. My $200, I was seeing $500, $600 a week. Then I was like, I need a job. I'm sorry. I was like, I need a job that is less than on my body. Because I was like, I'm gonna start cutting grass, because I'm gonna be going hard cutting grass too. You know, I don't want to be lifting heavy boxes. I want to be lifting heavy boxes at UPS. You know, and then have to go to work on these hot sunny days. Um, and usually more job at UPS you have to sign a bid sheet. But there are some position if you have seniority, meaning if you've been there longer, you can be like, I want this job. You can bump somebody, which is kind of sucks. Yeah, somebody can bump you too. Uh, so I talked to the union steward. You know, I talked to my supervisor. I was like, yo, I want to be a tender. I wasn't really unloading. Actually, I got from unloading. I became a sweeper at UPS. Super is somebody who's like, you're not unloading, but somebody else doing the unloading. But if they have it like heavy things, they put it on the slide, and you got to pull this big thing, and then you got to put it on this conveyor behind you. But I thought it's easier than unloading, but at the same time I hate it because those things can be heavy to pulling out. And then you got people walking back, supervisor constantly walking back. You got people, the little driving thing walking back. And everybody in your way, is just so much going on. And then you got multiple things that will fill up quick. I was like, man, I did that thing for like maybe a month. I was like, man, yeah, I need something easier. I'm talking about I want something easy. Then I was thinking, there was another easy job. It's kind of like a different department, meaning I had to sign the bid sheet for it. They call it revenue recovery. Well, all they do is basically scanning boxes. I was like, I want to do that. But then I was like, man, I want something faster. So I was like, because our building had become automated, meaning like, you know, back in the old ways, you used to have like, you used to need to have like they used to do it. You have an unloader, you have somebody scanning the boxes, and then you have sorters who get their boxes and put them in different line behind them. But now the building became automated. There's not a sorter job no more. But you still need somebody to watch the boxes because sometimes they get jammed up. Sometimes they'll be like open boxes and stuff. So it's called a tender. But those jobs right there, you usually the first one there, and you usually the last one there. So when I was unloading, I used to get like 2-3 hours. I go in by 7:30 I'm out of there. But now the job I'm in at, I get more hours. I go like at 4 o'clock. You know, usually by 9 o'clock I'm getting out of there. And the thing is that if you work over 5 hours at UPS, overtime. Yes, overtime. So in my case, I'm getting paid 27, 25, and then if I go over 1 hour or whatever, it's like $40 an hour. This time I work 7 hours, a couple of times. You know, the message is don't quit. But yeah, like I said, for the first 10 years, I ain't gonna lie to you. There was time I was making like no money, like $10, $20, $40 a week, because I used to not go to work. You know, but the insurance is good. I hang in there. But now it's like I went from making $200 a week, actually $150. It's like, you know, but I don't want to be full time. I don't want to be full time. I want to stay part time. I have an easier job. But now this is just motivation that you know, you can be a driver. You can be don't be management. Don't be management. I can make another video about that. Or go back to my other previous UPS videos. That's been a while since I'm making. You can find out why I said don't be a manager. But yeah, man, UPS is really where it's at. It's a good job. I highly recommend it. And now I know a guy he's part time, and he's like you know, he was like, yo, I'm almost at $100,000 this year. You know, because he will stay over, he'll go help out, you know. But not everybody can work 6 days though, because like Mondays, only people who's been there long enough can work on Mondays, because most people are Tuesday to Saturday. And then Sunday, when it's time to bid shit, only certain people. So basically, UPS is the type of job that the longer you been there, the easier it get. But always sign the bitch shit because you never know when they're gonna call you for a job or something. All right, I gotta go, guys.